All right, welcome to video 2. This is a video that focuses on reading strategies, specifically how do you answer multiple choice questions based on a reading. So on the literacy test, there's going to be a couple of different types of reading materials provided to you, and you're going to have to answer some multiple choice questions. So really, what they want to know is, can you read something and show you understood what you read? All right, and they're going to be asking you to identify whether or not you can find information that is explicitly stated, so something that's right in the reading, can you pick it out? They also want to know, can you identify implicitly stated information and ideas? So this is the type of information where it might not necessarily be in the reading directly, but indirectly, you can kind of read between the lines and figure out what the answer is because it's implied, it's referred to indirectly. And then the last thing that they're looking for is, can you make connections between ideas and information in the readings? So sometimes it's about the reading specifically, or it could be about your personal experience and you're connecting to that reading that you just did. So those are the three types of questions that you can pretty much identify each multiple choice question as. So the strategy that I would come up with is take a look at the multiple choice question and ask yourself, are they asking me for explicit information, implicit, or making connections? And if you can do that, then you should be able to identify which is the most correct answer. If that strategy doesn't seem like something you will probably do, the other thing you can do then is go ahead and reread the section. And some people like to cover up their answers and just read the question. And then they go to the reading and they kind of reread and skim read the section that the question might be referring to. And then you kind of come up with the answer in your head. And then when you reveal the answers to yourself, like all of the options that you can choose from, the one that kind of matched up with what you came up with, that's the one you would pick. So that's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is you read all the options given and you put a check mark beside the ones that you think are correct. You kind of draw a line and cross off the ones you know are wrong. And then hopefully you should end up with maybe 2 or 3 check marks. And you kind of reread them, reread the reading, and go with your instinct and choose the one that you think is the most correct. And that's pretty much the 3 different ways to tackle multiple choice questions. And if you get stuck on something, there's some troubleshooting tips right here. Like if you don't know the meaning of a word, read to the end of the sentence, read the sentence before and after, maybe read the couple words before and after to see if you can start to understand what context there is. And so what do you think the word might mean? The other thing is, what if you are having a hard time remembering what you're reading? What if it's a long piece of reading? Then pretty much like you want to make sure that you're constantly saying, I can do this, positive self-talk. So prime yourself to pay attention. Like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this in the next 5 minutes. And I'm going to just take my time to really understand this. So that's, of course, really important. Be determined. The other thing that I'm a big fan of is taking margin notes or highlighting or an underline as you go. So any of that key information, you can kind of quickly just jot down. What you think is important to know. Ask questions as you read. If you engage with the reading material, it makes it a lot easier for you to understand what's going on and you're paying attention. And then, of course, you can always see or visualize what you read. So kind of play a movie in your head. So those are the tips for how to answer multiple choice questions. And we're going to apply some of these strategies in today's task. So this is just a quick lesson on how to do multiple choice questions, how to approach them, and hopefully those will be one of the strategies that you use that'll help you be successful in the literacy test. All right, that's it about multiple choice. I'll see you in the next video, which is going to tackle the open response short answer questions. So take a 1-minute breather and I'll see you in video 3.